Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's Fatmata here from Traditionally Inspired Meaningful Art, and I'm so excited to have you in what will be the last of my artist spotlight series this month of Veda, where I've been highlighting a particular art form or artistic, experience that has really filled me with a lot of joy over the years. And I'm really excited that in today's episode, we're going to talk about a topic near and dear to my heart, even till this day, which is children's books. Okay, I have two kids myself. My kids are 3.5 and 2.5 years old, and they're really at that age where they love reading with mommy, and I love bedtime stories, and I love engaging in education all throughout the day and incorporating reading as a fundamental pillar in their, just their experience growing up right now. And what's really interesting is when I was much younger, when I was in high school, thinking about graduation, my junior and senior years of high school, there was actually a scholarship that was hosted by Binay Brith. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, but they had a scholarship where students were to write a children's book and you can be entered into this scholarship. And I wanted all of the dollars that I could rake up for my college education, of course. So my first year, I entered a children's book that was called A Walk in Their Shoes. And the books were to be about diversity and just diversity, equity, and inclusion, that sort of mission-driven focus. And I lasered in on my younger cousin at that time, Alima, and I wanted her to be like my main character because I didn't have a lot of really, really small children around me, and she was the person I was like, I'm gonna make her the main character. So in the gist of it, she goes to a school and she finds herself not really engaging as much with the other kids at school, and by taking a walk in their shoes, get it? She tries on their shoes during playtime and is transported into these faraway lands and learns a little bit about the culture and the heritage and the significance of where her classmates are from, and learns a little bit about their history as well. And then comes back to school and it's lunchtime, and then she's able to actually interact and engage with them. I didn't have all of the cultural competency, trainings and things like that I have now as an adult. And I will, as I look back at that book, I'm like, I probably wasn't the most culturally aware, and there are some things that I could improve on it if I were to revisit it, for sure. But I think for what I was trying to portray, this idea that by taking a walk in someone's shoes or getting to know them a little bit better, where they're coming from, could heighten the amount of connection that you have so much, right? And I think that was evident for sure in the message of the book. And that the topic of diversity, equity, and inclusion for me, even at that young age, was something that I was so passionate about. Being someone who was first generation American, right? My parents had migrated here, and being able to see all that they sacrificed and all that they have built, within that short period of time, so that we could have additional opportunities and thrive and continue doing amazing things. So it was important for me to highlight sort of those differences, but also the celebration of them, and why young people should be open and excited to share where it is that they're from, because I had hidden so much of that for so long as I was growing up, just because I didn't know any better. And I really wanted to be able to kind of share a little bit of that. Hopefully at the end of this video, I will include a little snippet. I actually got my little cousin Alima when she was much younger to read the book. So it's in her voice, which is really beautiful that I have that sort of memory forever, but I'll share that with you. Moving forward, after junior year, I think I got honorable mention for the book or something like that. So senior year, I went into it again. I was not defeated. I said, okay, I will try my best and I will do another submission. And I think the second year, I actually partnered with a good friend of mine, but we actually had parts of the book that moved. So it was interactive. You could For example, there was someone on a track and you could sort of move them. So I was thinking of young children's books and how interactive they can be. So we wanted to offer some interactive elements in our book too. And it was outstanding. That one, after we submitted it, I don't know if I have a copy of it because we had to submit the physical book, but hopefully if I have any like scans of it, I will definitely share. But if not, another book, I then went on to write, I think, 2 more children's books, and one of them was like a bird, a butterfly and a bee, and they're also kind of working towards getting to know each other, thinking about moments where they could have been more equitable or inclusive of each other and that sort of thing, and just understanding their differences and celebrating them. The final book was My Friends, My World, which I think was that joint book. And it was really nice because we just celebrated and highlighted all types of children and young people and differences that can come about and why those things are special. They're unique. They are the things to be celebrated and not the things to be shy about or scared to present and be your whole self when you're around others. And hopefully that's how it was received. That book, again, I think might have been an honorable mention. We never actually got the scholarship dollars, but it sparked something in me that has left a lasting impression. That love of educating young people when they're at those really formative years is very important to me. And actually, I think writing children's books, that's my senior year and junior year of high school selves will not be the only version of myself that will engage in writing children's books. And I do hope that as I continue to grow, that I will have something to offer young people and that I will have the time to carve out and devote to actually writing and, pouring into that, coming up with some of that artwork and putting something beautiful out into the world for young children to just enjoy with their families for a lifetime. So that is something that I dream of and cannot wait to one day be able to do. But until then, I hope that you've enjoyed kind of hearing this little bit of my artistic journey and how that has fueled me in so much of the work that I do even till this day. And being in that sort of academic space, it's a really beautiful thing. And being able to pair that then with how do we teach people a really important and sometimes uncomfortable or difficult or challenging topic, but make it fun, make it approachable, and make it beautiful all along the way. All right, well, I think that's all I have for you today. Let me know in the comments down below if you have a children's book author or illustrator out there that you absolutely love and you want me to kind of know about, or if you enjoyed some of the topics discussed in the children's books that I wrote as a young person, or if you enjoy what you saw here today, let me know that as well. That encouragement goes a long way, and hopefully one day I can tell you I got a children's book for you to give to the young people in your life. Until then, friends, have a wonderful day and stay creative. Bye-bye.